Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are joining this tech conference by Vertebra. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Vertebra for the opportunity to speak with the audience. Though virtually, I'm joining you virtually. I should have been there. I should have joined you live. Okay, so you're watching my recorded video. I should have joined you live. But like for those of you who follow me on social media, I had to travel out of town, and because of journey, I had an accident. So maybe I wouldn't have been able to do this. But by the grace of God, I was able to scale through, overcame that particular accident. So I thank God for the life, to be alive today, to be able to do this. So I'm going to share my slides. So permit me to just share my slide, and then I'll walk us through what I have to share with us. I believe that you can all see my slide right now. Okay, so the theme of the event is becoming a tech giant, and I'm going to share with you the key traits that you need in becoming a tech giant. So I believe that the moderator would have shared my profile. So I'm very active on social media, especially on LinkedIn. So I encourage you to follow me on LinkedIn. I actually share daily, okay? Things that will help you improve your work and improve yourself. So let's go into the business of today. As we begin, I'd like to take us through this quote by Phil Johnson that says, "The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team." So basically what I want you to know is that your technical skills that you've acquired is only half of what will make you to become a tech giant, okay? It goes beyond just having that skill. There are other things you need to know. There are other things you need to do for you to become a giant in the tech space. And if that is your dream, to become a giant in tech space, don't just rely on your technical skills, okay? Your technical skill will take you halfway, but you need the other half traits that I'm going to share with you to take you up to where you want to be, which is the zenith of your career. Okay, so I'm going to talk to us on how to become a dependable player in a tech team as a junior talent. You're starting your career, or you want to become a dependable player. What are the things that you need to consider? Number one, leave your ego at home. Okay, leave your ego at home. The ego can be the great success inhibitor. It can kill opportunities and it can kill success. This is a quote from Dwayne Johnson. So what am I trying to say here is that because you've acquired these technical skills, you feel that you are the best in the whole world. There is no programmer like you, okay? That can become a very big hindrance. So you are not the only best. You're one of the best that exists on planet Earth. So you need to recognize that there are others who know certain things that you do not know, okay? For me, I'm not claiming to know everything. I know some, and every day you need to continually learn. So just like me, I learn every day. I read every day. So people wonder, how come I'm able to share every day? It's as a result of what I read. I read and I learn and then I share. I read, learn, share, okay? So that's basically what I do. And that is what you want to do if you want to become a tech giant. Number two, give and receive feedback. Give and receive feedback. We all need people who will give us feedback. That is how we improve. This is a quote by Bill Gates, okay? We all need people who will give us feedback, and that's how we improve. You know, we're very good at giving other people feedback, but when they give us feedback, we get angry. So you need to be open to people criticizing your work, that work that you've done, that you think is the best. You've given it your best, and you wonder why people are criticizing it. Be open to criticism because that will help you to become better. And that is how you become great. I didn't get to the level that I am today by refusing feedback, okay? I didn't get it just by only the things that I know. No. People had to talk to me. So sometimes I take a step and it looks as if this is the best step that I've taken. But I get feedback from others who are senior, who are even junior, okay? Provide me feedback that has helped to improve and sharpen me. And that is what has brought me to the level where I am at today. Be accountable, okay? You need to be accountable. Be accountable. By being accountable, he that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. You need to learn how to take the praise for the good as well as the blame, especially the blame for the bad. You know, sometimes when everything is going well, we're excited, we like people praising us for what we have done. But when things go wrong, we're looking for who to pass the buck. No, it's not my fault. It's this person's fault. I had a driver that we hired recently. Okay, so he's joined us less than a month. He had 3 different incidents. Okay? This same car had been driven by other drivers for the last 4 years. There is no accident, there is no scratch. So just within 1 month, in fact, within the space of 2 weeks on resumption, the guy had an accident. In the third week, he was caught twice. Okay, he broke traffic lights, he was arrested. He parked at the wrong place, he was arrested. And when you ask him what happened, he kept blaming the other drivers, he kept blaming the people who arrested him, he kept blaming every other person except himself. So you need to be accountable. If you want to be a giant, a tech giant, a giant in the tech space, you need to be accountable. You need to be able to take blame for when things go wrong, okay? Don't look for who to pass the blame to and say, no, it's not my fault. I did my own, it's the other person's fault. That's why things did not go well, okay? So you need to be accountable, take the praise for the good, as well as take the blame for the bad. Then finally, what do you need to do to become a dependable player in a tech team? Okay. Number 4 is share knowledge, don't hoard knowledge. Okay? So what are we doing today? We're actually sharing knowledge. This whole conference is sharing knowledge with you. Okay? Share knowledge. If you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. Okay? This is a quote from Margaret Fuller. So if you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. And that's basically what you need to do. Don't just hoard knowledge because you know something, you keep it to yourself alone and say, no, when I keep it to myself, I will be the only one that will be called upon to do this particular task. But you know what that does to you? It will keep you at that same level. You won't be able to grow. Okay? When you share your knowledge, teach others what you know. What that does for you is that it places you a level above those people that you've shared that knowledge with. Okay? It therefore creates room for you to be able to move to a higher ladder, to a higher role. Okay? Because now you've acquired knowledge, you've known this, and you've been able to teach others, and they too have acquired it. You become leader of leaders. Okay? That's basically what sharing knowledge does for you. And your goal is to be a giant. So if you want to be a giant in the tech space, share knowledge, don't hoard knowledge. Okay? I hope we're all enjoying what I'm sharing. So let's look at the other thing, how to overcome self-doubt, low self-esteem on the job as you're growing. Okay? So there will be times when you will feel, maybe I'm not worthy of what I'm doing, or am I really qualified? No, you doubt yourself. There's this thing we call the imposter syndrome. Yes, you know it, but you look as if you're not very sure if you know it. So I had a chat with a therapist, okay? And these were the things that the therapist told me. So I'm going to share the same thing with you. So number 1, you need to practice self-compassion. You need to be kind to yourself, okay? So sometimes we're too hard on ourselves, okay? We're too hard on ourselves. We want to be perfect. We want to make sure this thing is perfect before I release it. It will begin to create that doubt. Am I really sure that I know this thing that I claim to know? Then remember your past achievements. If you have succeeded in anything in the past, remember that past achievement. It will help you going forward in growing to becoming a giant in the tech space. Try not to compare yourself to others. Never do this. If you compare yourself to others, you will always see yourself as a failure. Okay? What do? Set goals for yourself. Achieve them, praise yourself, set another goal for yourself. Keep comparing your today with your yesterday. How am I today compared to how I was yesterday? Okay, so each day work at getting better and getting better and getting better. As you keep doing that, you will notice that you'll be improving And before you know it, you'll be at the top of the ladder. Be mindful of your thinking, okay? Negative thoughts will attract negative things to you. So be mindful of your thinking, think positive all the time, every time, think positive. Yeah, there are times when negative thoughts will come to mind, but think positive. Focus, be intentional in thinking positive about yourself. Spend time with people. Don't go spending time with people who will want to pull you down, people who only tell you negative things. Spend time with people who, when you fail in any project or task, they can help to build you up. You know, they say iron sharpened iron. So who are you mixing up with? Who are you networking with? Okay? It's very critical. Find validation from within. You are the only one who can tell yourself how good you are. Okay? If you're waiting for others to tell you how good you are, you might not get it. So you don't depend on others to tell you how good you are. So first of all, ascertain or tell yourself how good you are, and then others will follow suit. Okay? Remember that you are the harshest critic of yourself. You are the harshest critic of yourself. Okay? Be kind, like I said earlier, be kind to yourself. Okay? When you are criticizing others, you know, sometimes you use a kind word to criticize others. When you want to criticize yourself, also be kind to yourself. So don't be too harsh on yourself. Okay? Identify your values. What are your values? What are those things that you stand for? What are those things that you can take? Those things that you can't take. Okay? Identify these values and stick to it. So if you've done something and it's within the values that you've created for yourself, then you should be good, happy, and move on. Keep a journal, okay? When some thoughts are going through your mind, have a journal. Have a journal where when ideas or thoughts are going through my mind, I put them down, okay? I put them down. And then sometimes I discover, okay, this thing that is even disturbing me, it's not really a big deal, something that I can easily overcome. Maybe when you put it down, ideas will begin to come on what you need to do to solve that particular challenge. So keep it a journal. And then finally, he said to me, if I've done all this and I still feel that low self-esteem, I don't feel I'm worthy enough, talk to a professional. Okay? Talk to a professional, get someone to talk to, and maybe that would help you. So this is the final thing I'm going to share with us. How do you try? You know, sometimes you work and you feel you're not getting enough pay. The benefit is not enough. It's not commensurate to the kind of effort that you're putting on. So what do you do? How do you survive this particular kind of environment? Number one, don't become bitter. You know, so I used to tell people, especially my place of work, various places I've worked, because I feel the salary is not enough, so I will not do my best. Okay. Yes, when I joined the establishment, we agreed that this is what I'm going to do, and this is how much I'm going to be paid. So only for me to join, and I discovered that my pay is even the least in that particular environment, and then I become bitter with myself. What bitterness does to you is that, one, you will become very sick. So don't be bitter with yourself. Instead, and then you will not be able to deliver on the job. So even with that small money that they are paying you, you are not even delivering. Okay? So at the end of the day, you'll be rated as the worst employee, and you might have to separate ways. And when you leave, what sort of testimony are they going to give about you? So don't become bitter. Okay? Don't be bitter with yourself. Don't become bitter with the job. Be a model employee. Show example. Yes, you're not paid the best. You're not getting what you expect. Put in your best. Show example. Live by example. So what that does for you is that other people will be watching. This person is not even earning enough. But if they can put in this much effort, it means that when you give them what they deserve, they will even do more. So be that model employee in your organization. Then create opportunities for yourself. Yes. You see that you are doing the work, you're not getting enough benefit. Is there a way you can create opportunity for yourself to get something better inside or outside this particular organization? Do something that would give you additional benefit, additional income. Okay, so create opportunity. Look out for opportunity. Opportunities always exist. And what is opportunity? Finding a problem that needs to be solved. There are problems everywhere. There are problems everywhere. So if you find it, find the problem, then you solve it. Okay. If you have a dream, passion, or calling, Pursue it in every spare moment and never give up. So any spare moment that you have, pursue that dream that you desire. Okay? Have an exit plan. So always have an exit plan. Never step into any place without an exit plan. Have an exit plan. If you don't have one now, begin to have an exit plan. An exit plan will involve you thinking about, if I lose this job today, what is it that is going to suffer in my life? Okay? What is that thing that is going to suffer? Begin to have a plan. You know, every business has an exit plan. They have what they even call the business continuity plan. It's so that when there's a problem with a particular area of the business, this is what they need to do next to be able to survive. Okay, so you as an individual, be the CEO of your life and have an exit plan. It's very key. If you don't know how to come up with your exit plan, feel free to reach out to me and I will show you how to draw up one for your career. Okay, so that's all that I have for us. If you have any questions, you can actually ask. I believe that the other panelists on the call would help to answer your questions. But if you want me to personally answer your question, then feel free, send them to me, to my email, chat me up on any of the social media handles, or send me a message on LinkedIn, and I would attempt to respond to your question. So it might take some time, but I'll definitely get to you because I have lots of messages coming in. So thank you very much. I wish you all a beautiful day. Enjoy the conference. Be a giant. When next we meet, I'd love to see you on that giant table, winning several laurels and awards for what you have done. Thank you. Enjoy yourself. Bye.